as far as hate speech matters are concerned, the issue concerning the Honorable Member of Parliament, Moses Kuria.
Yes.
And talk to us about the choice to have decided to go the ADR way, alternative dispute resolution, because when that is put against the question and the matter of Wadi, many have criticized and said that double standards were being applied, that in Wadi's case, you know, as much as he don't have legal representation, pled guilty, now in custody. In the matter of Moses Kuria, told to apologize. I don't know if that has happened yet, because recently we saw NCIC pull out, saying that he does not appear even to be remorseful after he was told to issue this public apologies.
Yes, I can say from the outset that those sentiments are not out of place. It is true that when one looks at the situation of the student,
yes,
Wadi, I believe, isn't it?
Yes.
When one looks at that student, Wadi's case and the one for Honorable Moses Kuria, there's a feeling that those are double standards. But without defending the situation of Moses Kuria, I would want to point out.
And what are the double standards exactly according to you, just to clarify?
The double standards is this that one, although the law on hate speech
yes,
was majorly enacted to ward off or to prevent persons in authority, persons who have the capacity to influence others as a result of their words, as a result of their action. It appears that over time, the politicians who have been charged with hate speech
yes,
seem to have negotiated their way out of the court cases. Yet, when it comes to an ordinary person like Wadi, he seems to have been sentenced to 5 years imprisonment.
Yeah, is it 2 years? I think 2 years.
2 years, sorry,
yeah.
2 years imprisonment. That's looked at from the face value. One would probably want to conclude that those are double standards.
Correct.
But I wanted to explain that when you go into the details of the two cases, you will find some distinction. Distinction in that whereas this other case for Honorable Moses Kuria is ongoing, where the prosecution must prove that those words actually amount to hate speech. In the other case, there was no opportunity for the student to be judged whether he was guilty or not, or whether the words amounted to hate speech, because he said, I'm guilty, or I'm guilty and I did this, and then the magistrate had no choice other than to sentence. Although, of course, there was a choice of giving an uncustodial sentence. That aside, let me come to the real issue of Kuria. There's a misconception that LSK has decided to either
let him go easy.
No, that is a misconception. First and foremost, the process for mediation, the process for withdrawing charges is commenced by the commission, not LSK. It is Ole Kaparo's commission, which triggers in the process of reconciliation. It is the one which said, in this situation, could we then have a reconciliation? And in a case of this nature, it is not LSK which is a complainant. What LSK did is to say, we have looked at this posting on Facebook by this citizen,
right,
and in our view, this is a very dangerous trend and this ought to be prosecuted. And the office of the DPP agreed with the LSK and wrote to the commission and told the commission, you need to investigate this with a view to prosecution. That is how Honorable Moses Kuria ended up in court. And when the commission commenced the discussion, we said we need to look at the terms of the reconciliation. And as we were looking at the terms of reconciliation, that is when there was another posting by Honorable Moses Kuria, and then that is when the commission said No, it thinks that there's no good faith in what we are doing, and therefore we are suspending. That is why they are able to either proceed with it or suspend unilaterally.
Okay.
Yes.
So what do you think of their suspension? Because you had moved to, request the DPP to start this investigation because you had concerns over his postings.
Yes.
You still have concerns with the process having come this far, because clearly NCIC withdrawing because they feel even after their attempts to, ADR, this is not getting resolved. He does not appear to be remorseful. Those public apologies yet to be seen. Do you get the same sense that this is a person that's an apologetic? I
think NCIC was right that indeed this matter ought to be prosecuted to conclusion. Because it is one thing to say that you're apologetic, and second thing to be sincere that indeed you are apologetic to what transpired or to the post that you made, especially given the fact that a day or two after the public apology, another post was done on his wall.